So I want to bring to your attention a mistake that I see a lot of beginners and intermediate producers make. All right? And that is not focusing enough on shortcuts. That might sound crazy. Rob, why? Everyone says you're not supposed to take shortcuts. Wrong, actually. The more advanced producers that I see, the more advanced engineers and rappers, these people have a specific, bona fide, and set workflow that is set up ahead of time to allow them to create and do their work in the easiest way possible and remove all friction from their workflow so that they can focus on the things in which they are best at. All right? I see a lot of beginners wasting a lot of time in their production workflow. A lot of people see producers on Maschine make beats in 10, 15 minutes or less, and they wonder, like, damn, why can't I do that? It's because you don't understand the shortcuts, all right? So in this video right now, I'm about to reveal to you 3 specific shortcuts that you can take to basically cut your workflow in half so that you can spend less time doing boring, mundane shit and spend more time doing creative things, all right? So those 3 things that I want to bring to your attention are: 1, using send channels. I've talked about that before last week. I won't dive into specifically showing you how to do these things this week. I just want to bring them to your attention to make you aware of them so that you can go figure out how to do them in past videos that I've made and cut down your workflow, all right? So the first is send channels. The second is recycling drum kits. And the third is figuring out your presets ahead of time, all right? So 1, send channels. 2, recycling drums. 3 is figuring out presets ahead of time. And I'm going to jump into this current Maschine project to show you exactly how I'm doing all of this, all right? I haven't done this quite yet. Let me go ahead and get this uploaded really quickly. Alright, so I'm back. The first, like I said, is send channels. Send channels are important, and if you've watched any other previous videos, you know what they are. But essentially, they are a custom-created set of, I guess, send channels, or custom routing that you can use in order to cut down dramatically on your workflow. Alright, so I know, for example, here I've got it set up here. I know, for example, in all of the sounds that I have inside of this project, inside of the drums, inside of the first primary harmony section of the song, inside of the melody, inside of the background, and all those elements, I'm going to need a reverb. So instead of applying all those reverbs to every instance in the track, I can utilize send channels to route all 3 of those through the same exact channel and cut down time. All right. So instead of applying a reverb on each individual sound and then setting them up, I can just route my sounds through a send channel. In the click of a button, I get the same exact effect. I'm utilizing less CPU, and I'm making it easier on myself. All right, cutting down dramatically the amount of time that it takes for me to mix my songs. All right, so send channels help you mix drums and everything inside of your beat. So look up more on send channels. That'll dramatically cut down the time it takes for you to achieve the professional sound that you want. All right. The second thing is recycling drums, as I just said. Recycling drums is extremely important, all right? It's extremely important. A lot of people make the mistake of every single time they set up a new project, going and finding new drums, all right? That is a mistake. It is a waste of time for you to sit there and spend 15 minutes every time you want to make a beat to find the right kick and the snare and the hi-hat and the other secondary sounds, the toms and all that you need every single time that you make a beat. You need to do one of 2 things. So 1, either you can do what I like to do, which is at the beginning of each week, I like to go ahead and create 1 drum kit that I'm using throughout the entire week. All right? I create 1 kit at the beginning of the week, and I recycle and reuse that exact same kit in every song that I make throughout that week. All right? Now, I might sometimes change out an individual element. Like my kit might have several kicks, several snares, a few hi-hats. So in different songs, I'm not using the same exact kick and the same exact snare. But one day, or I'll spend maybe 15 minutes at the beginning of the week choosing out all, maybe 4 kick drums that I like, 4 snares, a few layered sounds, a few hi-hats, a few, cymbals and crashes and things. And I'll mix those up, utilize different ones in every single beat that I make that week. It makes it a lot easier for me, all right? And then at the same time, I'll take that even a step further and already have this drum group mixed the way that I want it. All right, so I'll set up my limiter, my reverb, my EQ. Like I said, I'll route it through the send channels so that my drums are already hitting every single time I create a new beat. And what I'll do is I'll just press File, Save As on a project. Say if I want to start something new, and then I'll save this under a new name and start with this exact same project, delete all of my scenes, and then move forward using the exact same drum group so that everything is already mixed, and I can essentially speed up the amount of time that it takes for me to get where I need to go. Right? That is the second tip. The third tip is figuring out your presets ahead of time. I know many of you are sample-based producers, so this might not apply to you, but if you're the type that uses VSTs, specifically software synthesizers, it is important that you take the time and go ahead and find presets for your synthesizers that you like, all right, ahead of time, all right? And I am not, I need to take some of my own advice. I've done this in the beginning. I set aside maybe several different presets that I like. But basically what this involves is jumping inside of your synthesizers. For example, this is a CS80V. It's a part of the Arturia 5 library. All right. So what you typically should do is jump in here and go through all these individual presets and cycle through all of them, find the presets that you like. Alright, say I like that one. Save them to a specific bank so that you can access these specific presets later. So as you're creating a beat, you don't have to spend time searching through all these individual presets to find the sounds that you like. You already have something that you can work with and grab quickly so that you don't remove and let your creative juices sort of, flush out. You have, your creative energy keeps on moving forward when you already have a set amount of presets in your bank that you have access to. So that, for example, when you need a bass sound, you can just jump into this library, figure out, grab your bank, for example, let's say bass, and then, select the exact preset that you're looking for and move forward that way, all right? So that makes it a lot easier. And if you do that for your lead sounds, your bass sounds, maybe some pads, and let's say you have, I guess, 7 go-to presets for bass, pads, lead synthesizers, maybe electric pianos or something like that, some strings. You have 6 different sounds that you can work with every single time you want to create a beat. It does one of 2 things for you. Not only does it shorten your workflow, but it also ensures that you have a unified and cohesive sound, So you might hear that a lot of producers utilize similar presets in a lot of your sounds. Like, for example, Pharrell Williams uses a choir sound from whatchamacallit, like not Silent, but Omnisphere. There's a choir preset from Omnisphere that Pharrell Williams uses a lot inside of a lot of his tracks. He used it inside of that All Right beat by Kendrick Lamar. He used it inside of the Presidential beat by Rick Ross, and I'm sure many other beats. So he has a unified preset that he goes to when he's looking for a specific patch. For a specific bass sound, he knows that he has maybe 7 patches to work with. That cuts down the amount of choices that he needs to make and speeds up his workflow, all right? So let me recap everything that I outlined for you today. The first is setting up send channels. That makes it easier and quicker for you to mix so that you don't have to apply, let's say, reverbs and other different types of effects to every single stupid sound and group within your mix. You can specifically jump to your send channels and route your sounds through them to get where you need to go, all right? The second thing that I talked about doing was... what did I talk about doing? Was recycling your drum kits, meaning making sure that you jump into your drums and recycle the same exact drum sounds, all right? So in the beginning of the week, you can create your own drum sound, your drum kit, and then go ahead and use that drum kit over and over again throughout the week, maybe using different kicks and snares or whatnot, and making sure that you don't reinvent the wheel every single time that you create a beat so that you're not wasting time, and you just make one good library at the beginning of the week, one good kit, and then reuse that kit over and over again, all right? You can even take it as far as reusing the kit for a very long time. Like, for example, if you listen to a producer like Ninth Wonder, he's using the same drums in almost an entire album. Like, you've listened to the Little Brother albums, many of the songs have the same exact kick, snare, and hi-hat. So you can utilize that technique throughout your music, all right? And lastly, like I said, was taking the time ahead of time and going to find the patches that you need, all right, that sound good to you, so that you already have an organized library of presets that you can utilize to get your shit done, all right? So that makes sense, guys. So I say move forward with those three things, all right? And if you want more techniques just like this, more ideas to enhance your workflow, to dramatically decrease the amount of time that it takes for you to create a beat, so that you feel more confident and comfortable on Maschine, so that you can just sit down and sort of bang out beats as you please, to know exactly what you need to do on Maschine, first, second, third, fourth, and so on, to bang out creative beats, you need to go ahead and sign up for Beat School, all right? Beat School is, like I said and have been saying, Beat School is hands down the best resource in the world for Maschine producers to not only understand how to utilize Machine's creative workflow, but also how to improve the quality of their music dramatically, and thus improve their music career. So if you're looking to understand the professional techniques behind making great beats using Maschine, sign up for Beat School, all right? Let me quickly show you what you're going to get inside, all right? So inside there's an entire section about mastering Machine's creative workflow. And inside I'm going to dive deep into Machine's hardware and software, as you can see, to show you exactly the techniques that I utilize on the hardware in order to be able to bang out beats in, let's say, 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to show you all the shortcuts and the techniques that you can follow in order to understand exactly how to create great music from beginning to end using this platform. Not to mention there's entire sections on building great drums, on mixing with Maschine. There's a ton of great value that you're going to get by signing up to the Beat School program, all right? Just so you know, I have a special deal going on inside of Beat School. Typically, this Beat School program is $50 per month. In the past, actually, I've even sold this entire package of videos for $400, all right? However, you can grab your copy and sign up for Beat School today for just $38.60 a month. All you have to do is click the link in the description or go to hiphoprallybeatschool.com. Find out more information about it. Click this big yellow button. It says get your membership now. Enter your name and your payment information, and you'll be up and running on the site in just a few minutes, all right? Just so you know that it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, just to make sure that you're satisfied with this program. If it's not as good as I say that it is, if you're not getting the value that you think you will out of this program, just email me within 30 days and I'll give you your money back, right? It's that simple, that straightforward. So go ahead and click the link in the description. Sign up for Beat School today. I really value your time, and I thank you for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe to make sure that you continue to get great free content on Maschine, even if you don't decide to sign up for Beat School. I look forward to talking to you in future videos. I'll catch you later. Peace.